What is a totally wrong thing that has become so widespread it's not considered wrong anymore? Taking your kid's money because family helps family. Growing up, my mom always said our culture meant we stick together no matter what. When Uncle Pete lost his job when I was 16, she didn't even ask me before giving him access to my college fund. Just told me it was temporary and I'd understand when I was older. The account had $8,000 I'd saved from babysitting and birthday money since I was 12. Uncle Pete promised he'd pay it back in 6 months tops. He even cried when he thanked me, saying I was saving his family. I believed him because that's what good nieces do, right? 6 months turned into a year, then 2 years. By the time I graduated high school, the money was completely gone. Mom kept saying we'd figure something out for college, but there was no plan. Just empty promises and guilt trips about how Pete really tried his best. Meanwhile, Uncle Pete bought a used BMW and took his family to Disney World. Posted pictures on Facebook with captions like, "Blessed to have second chances," and "Grateful for family support." I went to community college instead, worked at Target, and babysat on weekends while my friends went away to real universities. Every family dinner, Pete would brag about his new life while I counted tips from my apron pocket. When I finally confronted him about the money, he laughed and said family doesn't keep score. Said I was being selfish and should be happy his kids got to experience Disney. That I'd understand when I had kids of my own someday. It took me 6 years to get my bachelor's degree. 6 years of night classes, ramen dinners, and watching everyone else graduate ahead of me. But I did it. Got a decent job at an insurance company, and slowly started building my own savings again. Then last month, Mom called me crying. Uncle Pete needed emergency surgery and had no insurance. The whole family was chipping in, and they expected me to contribute $3,000. My mom said it was my turn to help since Pete had always been there for us. I sat there listening to her sob about family loyalty and how disappointed she was in me for even hesitating. She reminded me how Pete took care of Grandma when she was sick, how he helped move furniture when we relocated, how family means everything. But I remembered something else. I remembered being 17 and watching Pete buy concert tickets while I ate store-brand cereal for dinner. I remembered him laughing at my community college acceptance letter, saying real smart kids get scholarships. I remembered every family gathering where he acted like he'd earned his comeback instead of stealing it from a teenager. I'll pray for him, I told my mom, and hung up the phone. She called back 6 times, left voicemails about how heartless I'd become, how college changed me for the worse, how Grandma would be ashamed of the person I turned into. Uncle Pete texted me directly, suddenly remembering my name after years of barely acknowledging me at family events. Said his surgery was life or death, and I had blood on my hands if something happened to him. The guilt was intense for about a week. Then I remembered my Target name tag, my exhaustion from working 2 jobs, the scholarships I missed because I couldn't afford application fees. I remembered being 19 and crying in my car because I couldn't afford textbooks. They never called to check on me during those years, never asked if I needed help with rent or groceries or anything else. Family only helped family when it benefited them. Pete had his surgery anyway. GoFundMe and other relatives covered it. He recovered fine and went right back to posting vacation photos like nothing happened. My mom stopped speaking to me entirely, said I was dead to her until I learned what family really meant. My cousins unfriended me on social media. Aunts gave me dirty looks at the grocery store. But for the first time in years, I slept through the night without worrying about money. I had boundaries now, and apparently that made me the villain. 6 months later, my younger cousin Jamie called me. She was 18 and Uncle Pete had just asked for access to her graduation money for a business opportunity. She wanted to know if I thought she should do it. I told her the truth about what happened to me, about the promises, the guilt trips, the years of struggle while he lived it up on my dime, about how saying no doesn't make you heartless, it makes you smart. Jamie kept her money. Last I heard, she's starting college in the fall with a full savings account.